Y'all want another video?
Do 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 do. We're back again. It's Matt and Mar. We're here to give our opinions, advice, and show you things that we have never done. Thanks for finishing the song. But thanks for tuning in again. I can't get this beat right, but here it is. We're snapping our fingers. We think this will be the best song. Can you give me a contract world of wonder? I'm actually funny, but right now this song does not make any sense. But you get where I'm coming from. Hi everyone, it's Matty Rants.
And Jamar84.
And we're here for another Mat&Mar Show episode. What is this? 4? Ooh, we got 4 now. Come on, Cicely Tyson. My favorite thing to say.
I'm going to say that. You say that every week.
I love...
For one reason or another.
For one, I love Cicely Tyson. For two, I think of like Cicely Tyson's always in that movie. She always pushes through. So I'm like, come through, Cicely Tyson. And that's where I get that from. So if you're ever feeling like someone's pushing through, yes, Cicely Tyson, come through. You better scoot down that runway. 1 foot at a time. All right.
Ease on down, baby.
Don't
rush now.
Come on, Pebbles and Bam Bam. Yes. Bedrock love. But thanks again for really tuning in, and we really appreciate it. And remember to send your questions to askmatnmar@gmail.com. The link will be below. Oh my goodness, where do we start today?
We have some good ones this week, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate those of you who did not write us full-fledged novels this week. Thank you.
And we appreciate the slight shade that you gave us by saying, I'm not going to write this really long, but here's goes the story.
And as I scroll,
I was like,
over and over.
Yeah. Now, some of you guys, I totally get it. You didn't get your question answered. I do apologize about that, but I want to go ahead and tell you thank you for still submitting it in. We read everything, and we love everything that you're sending. So shout out to those who don't get mentioned immediately, but we appreciate you for trying to participate, and for those who are participating. Everybody for participating, period. Mm-hmm. Because you may ask a good question. It's not that it's not a great question, but it's something that we need to be able to go, okay, me and you can give a really great opinion on this.
For the show.
Go
for
for
entertainment value, because this has to be entertaining still.
Well, yeah, entertain. Now, don't lie about some stuff.
Yeah,
now.
don't do that. Because we'll be able to see through that.
Yes, and a lot of the stuff that y'all say is very personal and deep, and so I'm just going to say that my heart goes out to every single one of you, because I've been there and then I haven't. And even if I haven't been there, I can understand and feel where you're coming from.
Feel the empathy. Yes.
Just because I worked customer service for 10 years doesn't mean that my empathy is manufactured. That stuff is real. That's why I had a good job and kept a good job for all them times. Jamar, we're going to start with the light questions first, very few of them, and then we're going to get to the good juice, okay? So let's go ahead and begin.
You got for the first question?
Oh, that's right. Okay,
yeah.
So...
They're like broken up.
Okay, so this one had to do with the bitter queens from Drag Race, and in reference to girls that are bitter after Drag Race, and they make... I mean, who could we be talking about? But girls after Drag Race who become bitter because they feel that basically they're not given the right opportunities the other girls are given. And somebody even mentioned, because this is like 2 people who kind of asked this question, they said, should Drag Race also teach them the tools in order to get bookings? And I'm like, girl, this is a show.
Drag Race is a platform. What? Drag Race's job is to give you this platform and exposure. What you do with that exposure and that platform is up to you. A lot of the girls have said over and over again, the real race doesn't begin until after Drag Race has aired and it's over.
Let's give an example. Layla McQueen was the second girl to go home? Technically?
Yeah.
So, second or third, I guess you want to put it there?
Whichever way you put this.
So let's think about it this way. She's booked. She's on shows. She does.
People love her.
She does stuff. Okay? And she's paid.
Took her, even just take this current season, Miss Vangie.
Miss Vangie
is still being mentioned.
My God.
4 episodes in.
Memes everywhere. GIFs everywhere. Videos everywhere. Make an impact. And then after that, because you have that impact, get a manager, have someone to work with, find references, get your secure lockdown. You gotta do stuff yourself. Like this is me, honey. Jamar tell you, I set this up. I call him, honey. I'd be like, gotta get over here. Let's gotta do this. Okay, Jamar's like, I'll make my time to get over here. We do this all. This is all it, okay? And when I go to California, this will come with me. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't just stop because, oh, I'm now out here, I have too much to do. No. You have to make it for yourself. Absolutely. So I don't have it for the bitter girls.
I don't think they're necessarily ungrateful. I just feel like they're not utilizing the opportunity properly.
And when they start to blame people in positions for other things, like RuPaul should have done this for me. No, she didn't have to do nothing for you, girl. She put you on the show. Y'all got on the show. That was
she got baby. Oh, there's over 100 of y'all. Okay.
Come on now.
She
grown people.
She kicked you out the nest. Now you have to fly.
All right. The second question is, pick a old horror movie, or basically what horror movie would you have been the lead character in? It has to be either old or recent.
Okay. He judged me for this, but that's okay.
I'm still judging you.
That's okay. That's fine. And you can do that. I wanted to be in like one of the first 3 Saw movies. Before it became predictable and stupid.
It became predictable after the first one. It was like, oh.
Well, okay, the first 2.
I'm not really here.
The first 2.
It's somebody
just
here.
because I feel like it would be a little bit more interesting and less at the time.
Do you remember the last one that came out?
Was it 6?
There was like a new one that came out.
Oh, it was like Jigsaw.
Yeah, they call it Jigsaw or something like that.
I did see that. I did.
Did you like it though?
No.
There you go. Next
caller.
Next case.
But that's, like years later. Of course they've rehashed it.
No, the whole franchise, the first one was epic. The first one, he was there the entire time. That is so much, that was great. After that, I was like, this is stupid. But I get it. Jamar wants to be in a movie about being,
figuring stuff
faces
out.
Ripped off and bones pulled out and having to put their hands through
barbed wire.
I
want to do the whole cliche run from the killer.
Listen,
and blah,
the man
blah,
put
blah.
a key in a bottle of acid or a jar of acid. It's not going to work anyways because it's all going to have melted off. So that was she's going to die anyways. There's a lot of stuff where they couldn't have gotten out of it. You have something pulling your skin off, and the more you pull, no one's going to do that. Girl, kill me. This is too painful. Okay. For me, though, I do minor classics. I would have done the first Friday the 13th movie. I would have been the main girl who still lived at the end and chopped off the mom's head. I totally would have been her because, she made it. I'd have to be someone who makes it through the movie. I can't just, no.
Yeah, but I can't
die.
be...
I wouldn't want to be the person to die in the movie. I'd have to be either the friend that lives like Brandy at the end of the movie, oh, girl, do you remember I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, where she clearly died, and at the end of it, she's like, ooh, girl, she didn't get me. Now, Brandy, where were you for the third act? Because I missed you, sis. But I also would be Jamie Lee Curtis in the Halloween movies. I'd be Laurie Strode. Except I wouldn't be killed in that horrible mental hospital accident, and I think that was Halloween 8 with Tyra Banks. That was so
Would you be
horrible.
Kelly Rowland in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Never. She wasn't in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She was in Freddy vs. Jason.
That was Freddy vs. Jason?
Kelly Rowland. Hey, Freddy! And then he turned around and she was talking all that smack, and then Jason came up and was...
Trey Songz. That's what I'm thinking of.
No.
He was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, I know he was, but I wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah.
No. Third question. Okay, so basically I'm going to have a screenshot that I'm going to put here. Whoop. Basically, there was this whole article about Grindr sharing the HIV statuses to third parties and businesses.
Which I can't help but think is illegal.
I was kind of like, are they allowed to do that?
I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Because your status should only be revealed to people you're sleeping with, your doctor. That's really it.
I was confused if that's an actual legal thing that they could do. But then again, when you sign up for Grindr, y'all don't read the fine print. So it's a matter of what did you sign up for. And this is why, honey, okay, let's just get real. I don't have a Grindr account. I don't want a Grindr account. If I could have a Grindr account, I'd have a Grindr account. But I don't want a Grindr account because I'm what? Not even that. I just don't want to deal with Grindr. I too many racist people on Grindr.
Too many people just send unwarranted dick pics, and it's just not nice.
Unwanted. Do you hear that, everyone? Do not send a penis as the first greeting.
And say hi afterwards.
But Matthew, we're looking for ducks. Isn't that what it is? If your dick is ashy, I don't want to see it with that lighting, 1. 2, why are your balls stuck behind the back of your neck? 3,
there's a stain on your floor.
Why is one leg shaved and one not shaved? I gotta show y'all that picture. There was a man sitting next to me on the plane, and one leg was shaved and one wasn't. I thought to myself, he must have been part of some kind of trial somewhere, girl, and I'm not ready for it. I was afraid he had come out like a virus or something. I felt like it was 13 Monkeys all over again. No. I was nervous.
Okay.
I was nervous. Or Outbreak. You remember that movie? Ooh.
Wait, oh no, I'm thinking of something else. No, I didn't see that.
It's a 1990 movie. It's from the 90s. Okay.
Woo.
So there's our light questions here. But yeah, the HIV thing with Grindr, that's not cool. And it's weird. And it's kind of like, what the hell?
It's a violation, yes.
Y'all need to be careful about what stuff you sign up for and read the fine print when you're doing things. Because you could be selling your life away. I mean, hell, let's talk about South Park and Kyle with the human centipede. When he had to do the iPad, and they were like, oh, that was the funniest episode. And Cartman ends up being the one to test it, and he's like, he said, what do you want to eat? He was like, I think it was vanilla ice cream, or it was like cuttlefish. He's like, the ice cream, he's like, oh, cuttlefish? And he ate the cuttlefish, and he was like, oh, sorry.
First of all, you triggered me by saying the human centipede.
That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. The second one was terrible. I didn't even see the third one. You viewed
the second one after watching the first
one? I gave it a little bit of my time.
Why?
Because
you will never get those moments back.
It was a crappy movie night. Have you ever had a movie night with friends?
With the intention of watching crappy movies?
We all picked like C movies, and mine was The Human Centipede too. And everybody was mad at me because we stopped eating after that.
Okay.
Next case. All right. Now on to a serious tone and a lot of deep, interesting questions, and we're here to give y'all some advice. So gather around, children, because your question may have been answered tonight, and we have opinions on a couple of things. Mm-hmm. So, Jamar, I think you started this off first here.
I do. All right. Dear Mat&Mar, firstly, thank you for putting out such positivity into the world with your videos. You are both appreciated and loved for all that you do. Thank you, baby. Boop, boop. We're lucky and blessed to have you two out there. My dilemma. I'm a full-time carrier of my disabled parents. I have a choice to move to a distant city and pursue a career, but doing so would mean abandoning my parents to state care, and I couldn't stomach the thought of doing it. I believe it was the right thing to do, but it's left me isolated and I no longer have any friends. Dating as a gay man is hard, as you both know, but dating as a gay man whose life revolves around his disabled parents is almost impossible. I can definitely attest to it. I can't count on how many times I've watched guys just look through me when I say what I do or outright ignore me. Guys that were initially attracted to me will suddenly block me or ghost me after I tell them what I do. The fact that I live with my parents doesn't help, but that's a necessity. My father falls often, and if I'm not there to pick him up, he remains on the floor for hours. I was lucky enough to date a nice guy a few years back, but unfortunately he was troubled and killed himself. I am so sorry about that, baby.
Baby, I am sorry.
I've tried to date since, but the results have been dire. The last guy I met put his hands around my throat and choked me out of nowhere.
I hope you mollywopped him. I hope you boxed him.
I hope you just kicked him in the nuts. My question to you both is, Cartman. My confidence is at zero, same with my self-esteem. How do you build yourself up again? What advice would you give to someone in my position still trying to pick themselves up? Should I give up on trying to find someone just now?
Don't give up on trying to find someone.
Never give up.
Never give up, never surrender, for reals, in this situation. As far as your confidence, that's going to be you. Mm-hmm. You have a journey to go through right now, and you need to really focus on... You need to focus on what makes you happy with everything that's going on around you. And you need to start focusing more on the positives that you have going on than the negatives. And start to think of some of the negatives that you have not as negatives, but as this is the situation. It's temporary. That's what I had to do a lot with myself when I got into a really dark place. I had to realize that a lot of this stuff is temporary. Things are materials. You know, material things don't last forever. So if I don't have it, right, if I die, I'm not going to be taking my phone with me or my PS4. It's just not going to happen. Like, or my nice TV. Speaking of which, my TV blew up. God, that's a horrible situation to happen.
Don't even think about it.
But the thing is that I didn't go, oh, okay, well, my life is over because of this, or how am I going to get another one? I can't pay for another one again, this and that and the other. I just thought to myself, okay, Matt, I'm going to get another TV another time. I have one upstairs. It's good, whatever. Start focusing on better things. Now, me bringing up my TV for your situation is very not even close to what you're going through. Mm-hmm. But I'm using that as a way of saying, find something else to take your mind to a better place. As far as dating goes, okay, let's just be real. It's hard, like you say, without the whole parent situation. realize what you're going through right now and realize that maybe a relationship is not for you. I don't know how old you are. You never stated it in the email.
But you're a full-time career, so you're grown.
But you're a grown man, woman, whatever you want to say, non-gender conforming, however you want to feel about it. But you have to go, okay, this is my situation. You need to be upfront with people about it. If they ghost you, they were not meant for you.
There's no point even giving them any more energy.
I saw a guy who ghosted me a couple of months ago on someone else's Instagram page, and my blood started to boil. But then I said, oh, put that top on the pot.
That was for him and not for me. And I feel like a lot of people's issue is that they put so much pressure on themselves. Like, I'm in this career, I should be in a relationship. Like, you need to take that time. Yeah, you need to take that time for yourself. It's okay to be single. All right, it is okay to be single because you want to be in the best mindset. You want to be ready for when that person does come. You don't have all this extra baggage and all these issues.
Don't take it with you, please. Okay? Don't take it. I've learned
it will
to not take it with me.
In the behind. Deal with yourself first before you try to include somebody. I will say it again. Deal with yourself first, baby, before you try to incorporate another person. Because you bring somebody else into a whole mess, you're going to all be in some mess. And it's not going to have a healthy foundation.
And be careful of people who are looking for drama and who are looking for negative stuff about you. There are people who are going to want to date you where they're going to ask, well, what is your deal? What's your issue? What is this? What is that? And that was one of the guys, that was the guy who ghosted me, who I saw on this person's Instagram. He always was looking for something. He didn't want to tell me anything about him. Because then I started to realize, oh, he had a lot of mess. Just so much mess going on with him. But that's what people do. Misery loves company, and sometimes they don't even want to keep the company they have. They just want to talk about it, so it makes their problems almost less big, less important than, what it is. But you just listen. Take time for yourself. You have your parents to worry about. They love you. I'm sure of it. And they're very grateful and thankful for you. And what you're doing for them is amazing. Okay?
And people who can't appreciate that don't deserve somebody.
They don't deserve you if they can't appreciate that. Because I used to date somebody who used to take care of his parents. And we had to make time for each other when we could. Now, we didn't work out because they wanted to go off and run with somebody else.
Well, that's a whole different issue.
It is.
It's completely separate from you having that responsibility.
Exactly. So don't let that be the case for you. Okay? Hold it together. Stay strong. You're going to be okay. There is someone for everyone. It's such a cliche statement, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And also learn from those who you've dealt with in the past. Don't take it as a layer of bad, but something that actually built you to be a better person. Okay? Love you. All right. This is the second question. I want to call this... Look, I'm in my zone.
I saw it coming.
You saw the phone
I
call
saw
with
it
Chad?
coming.
Okay. Listen, okay. Hey, my dearest beauties. Okay, so I just got out of a relationship about 2 months ago. Decided to browse around town and on the app. Plenty of fish. Anyhow, I've never been on there. I don't know what that looks like. I started talking to this guy via text a couple weeks, and he seemed really cool. Felt a connection. Wasn't taking it all serious. He tells me he's locked up.
Won't let me out.
It made me sad because I was considering going to coffee with him. He's got 1 to 2 more years left. All right, Sheree. Would I seem dumb if I stuck around to be a pen pal, text type of friend? That's it. Not putting money on books or visiting.
Okay, I'm glad you got that much sense.
Don't. Side note, he told me why he was there. I looked up and confirmed it was not anything too crazy. Was wondering what you guys would do. I respect and value your opinions. Lots of love. Love you too, baby. No.
I mean, this is a short and sweet for me. It's like, you can still talk to him. If you connect with somebody, there's no reason why you can't still communicate. But don't cut off people that you can actually physically see and touch.
The thing about that. I used to date a jailbird, okay? Mm-hmm. I used to be in a 2.5-year relationship with a guy who was straight out of prison on his 3rd strike. And he used me like nobody else's business. But that doesn't mean that this man will do the same to you, okay? At the same time, like Jamar says, know what you're signing up for. You want to text and have that conversation with him?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Continue. But do you feel like it's going to go into a deeper level where it may lead to somewhat of him wanting to be with you and you wanting to be with him and feelings take place
2 years
over text messages? remember, people do that who are not even in jail, honey. Who are catfishing
and you can see people in real life.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
go out and have that coffee.
Yeah. You want to be his friend? I don't see anything wrong with that. Be aware of when the conversation takes a left, though.
Yeah, just
and know what you're getting into.
Keep your options open.
But yeah, don't give up. How do you get on Plenty of Fish? And okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah, just find someone that you can meet in person to establish that kind of relationship with. But if you want to be his friend, I don't see a problem with it. Just be aware of what you're getting yourself into, and when the conversation starts to shift, then I'd be concerned. I would be concerned then, because it's like,
so be careful, baby.
Because I know somebody now who had that same situation happen, and that man got out of prison, ran that lady through the mud. And that's, again, it's not everybody. I also know someone who married a prison bae.
I mean, it can happen. Just,
and
assess your situation. Make decisions that you feel are best for you. So.
But just be careful.
Okay.
Be careful. Okay. All right, Jamar, you got the next one, honey?
Okay. So this one reads, "Hey Matt, hey Jamar, let me start off by saying that I love you guys and I love both of you. No BS attitudes and honesty." Thank you, baby. We love you too.
No BS attitudes. Okay.
I just call through it. I was trying to keep this as condensed as possible. You didn't.
Condensed milk?
Yeah, no, he did. I'm just playing. He says, "I am 17 years old male, just outside of the London, UK."
Hello. I really want to go to London.
I'm not even going to.
I'm having a Dorit moment, like it's just in and out.
But the housewives.
PK.
I am from a larger family, one of 5 siblings, and I am of mixed descent. My father being conservative Black Nigerian, and my mother being white South African. I no longer live with my dad due to bad past, let's just say abusive tendencies, say no more. I am in the closet, and I feel that I can never come out as I'm very popular among multiple schools and people in the area. They see me as straight, and given that most of my friends are straight, they see me as just that. Again, as most of my friends are of color, and I hate to say this about us, but the homophobia is strong. We know.
We know.
We know. I haven't had a girlfriend in 3 years, and I'm like 90% attracted to guys. However, I feel no desire to be in a relationship with them. I find myself having crushes and falling in love with girls, but see guys purely as sexual. Sort of hetero, romantic, and homosexual. Now that's a very interesting combination that I had never heard.
We might get to another bisexual discussion, and someone will find out there's not a stigma against it. But continue, Jamar.
I guess I might as well add that I'm a virgin. Sort of by choice. It's nearly gotten there with some girls. I've actually relatively been attracted to quite a few.
He said he was 17?
Yeah.
Smart.
I just feel like I can't mess around with guys in the DL as I'm either be busted or I just plain feel weird about physically being with a guy. Like I feel dirty afterwards.
But you still think about it though, so it's kind of like.
And then you're dealing with a whole different body part.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm never going to be able to be gay or bi or whatever I am, as the thought of coming out makes me sick. There is a court order stopping me and my siblings from being in contact with my dad, but since I'm 18 this year, it's my choice to see him. If he found out, I don't know what he'd do. My mom is pretty open, but she mentioned it a few times and only suspects that my younger brother might be gay. To everyone, I seem straight, but I haven't yet gotten to a place where I really find out. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, okay. Well, young man, let me go ahead and tell you, I hope that the journey that you take in life treats you very well, no matter what decisions that you choose to make. You're now facing a very hard time in your life because you don't know who you are exactly. And that is just my honest opinion after the things that you said. You're trying to find a balance between the two things that you like, things that you're thinking about, things that you're feeling about, your sexual feelings versus your physical feelings versus your mental feelings. Everything is starting to wrap itself around you right now because you're becoming a man. All right, you're not your mama's boy. I mean, you're gonna be your mama's boy, but you're becoming a man and you're becoming an adult, and you're also now having to face the reality of doing things on your own and you making your own decisions without someone telling you what to do. Now, I understand that you're in a very popular situation in the straight community, and I know many men who have been in your positions before who have found me, okay, and chose to choose me as the person to try things with and all that type of stuff. So I understand that completely. You're probably going to end up finding somebody who is not going to spill your tea. who is going to be a good choice for you because you'll be able to do things and you'll be able to explore stuff about yourself and feel comfortable. Now, at the same time, I understand the thought of you physically coming out makes you sick. I was there too. I used to deny and deny and deny it because I was so scared of how people were going to treat me. But when I came out, it was some freedom. It was freedom. So what I want to say to you is if you may possibly be bi. Nothing wrong with being bisexual. I hope everyone heard that. Dumb comment from this last video. I'm still like, where did that come from? But back to you, baby. You may be. And if you are, nothing wrong with that. You may like girls, you may like guys. Okay. What you need to do is honestly, how would I put this, Jamar? You need to wait till you get out of your mama's house and you get into your own position to where you can be in your space where you're making money for yourself too, because then you hold that narrative of your own life. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a young man and coming out as a child because your emotions are already evolved and you're ready to be yourself willingly with facing the consequences. Totally get that too. But you're not ready to face those consequences yet by what you just posted here, baby. You're going to have to face them eventually. But what you need to do is discover who you are first. You may need to mess with a guy in order to figure that out. You're having those thoughts. If you don't want them to go away, explore them. Be smart about it, but you need to explore them. I don't know if you look at porn. I don't know what you do. But you're going to need to open yourself up to figuring out who you are. I wish I knew your name because I'd be like, who blah, blah, blah is. Who you are as a young man. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Whatever decision you choose, as long as you're not hurting anyone, and I'm not talking about hurting someone's feelings, I'm talking about physically hurting somebody. Because there's men out there who are so scared of what's going on, they end up killing gay men because they're not willing to come out in the truth. Don't be them. Be someone to figure it out, accept what it is, learn from it, and then move on from it. And if people don't accept you, they don't need to be in your life. Okay? Be proud of who you are. I love you. Jamar, I'm sure, loves you too. We're sending you love your way. You will figure this out. I'm praying that you figure this out and that you will get through this, okay? But you're going through it, buddy, because I know that 17. I know that. That was 14 years ago for me, believe it or not. But I'm always going to compliment myself at some point in time. But you will make it. You will be fine. You're in 2018. You got it better than me.
Okay. And as two, as I said, mature men who have gone through what you're going through, you mentioned and you put a lot of heavy weight on the fact that you're very popular at these schools and how everybody knows you. Let me tell you something. All these people that you know right now in high school and all this popular, none of those people will matter.
You will not know them.
I can't tell you half the people that tried to talk about me back in the time when I was in high school. And you mentioned how your mom seems to be potentially open to the idea of you being gay. Your parents and the people who are immediate families and people who are actually important to you are the only people whose opinion matters. Once my mom knew about the fact that I was gay, nobody else's opinion outside of my initial family circle really mattered. And that feels so free because the people who matter don't care. And the people who care.
But let's say they do care. But let's say they do care and it's your parent.
Okay, well,
so I'll speak on that. Because my father cared enough, and I ended up being homeless for a bit and having to really fend for myself because I wasn't in a position like having a job, having this and that and the other, because I was in college at the time when that took place. My mother was in no position to really help me out because she was battling an illness, okay?
Well, that's what you had to do, what you said.
Right. You have to,
be smart about it.
You got to be smart about it. So if you feel like you're in a situation to where you need to be that way, build yourself up to then where you can then be free about what you have to say so that no one can tell you what to do. Okay?
Because once you are out,
you're out.
You can feel, your authenticity. It is the best feeling ever in the world.
I've cried over happiness because I was like, I finally get to just be myself and not pretend to be somebody else or feel like whatever I'm feeling is wrong. And it's not wrong, okay? Don't let anybody ever tell you that.
Just allow yourself to feel yourself.
I have debated with a priest. Bring it in, man. I've debated with a pastor on a radio show before, sweetheart. I read him for filth, trying to come for my family and tell me about curses and this and that and the other. And I actually gave him facts and points made that he couldn't even argue with me about. It's possible, okay? Be yourself. Be careful, though, because you don't know how these people are going to react sometimes, but at the same time, don't be scared of finding out who you are as a person. Don't be scared of seeing who you are and looking in the mirror and speaking to yourself for once, all right? And forget about these people from school. Child, like you won't know that, honey. I know maybe two hands, just these two hands of people who I may talk to from school, and that's rarely. And I still love them, and all of them know I'm gay now, honey. They all know I'm gay now, and most of them still appreciate me. They're like, "Oh man, we knew," but at the same time, you were cool. I was a sports star, boo. I was in track and everything. Oh, I know, I get it, but.
And even a lot of people who talk stuff about you years later,
girl, they're gonna be in the most horrible situation. Oh, baby!
Just the fact that they don't even have to be horrible.
The amount of people I would see at the club,
they'll be at the pride,
and all like, "Oh, I support it now," like because you became fully aware because your mind opened up. I was there
living in my truth. It scared you. It made you feel some type of way. Oh, okay.
You're gonna make it, boo. You're gonna make it. You're gonna be all right. All right. Okay. Next question. Hey, babies. First off, I just want to say how much I love you two and the show so much. So now to my depressing ass question.
Oh.
LOL. You can't say depressing ass question and use
what?
LOL. I'm turning 25 this year and I feel like my sexiness is gone. You're 25. It's not going.
You're literally... okay.
Let me continue reading, but that part right there, I'm like, it never left you, sis. It never left. When I was 19 to 22, I feel like my body was right. I had boys trying to hang out and get these cookies. I had to say just like that, get these cookies. Vangie. Oh, bless her heart. And most of all, I felt confident. I've always been chubby, and the guys who I'm attracted to are always in the bear community. In the past couple years, I've gone through what seems to be the worst time of my life. With that, I've let my depression anxieties keep me crippled in my house on months at a time, just leaving for work and food. By the grace of God, I'm no longer in the place, and now you know I am a editor, and so this is hard. I love you, person who wrote this, but as I'm reading this, I'm going...
Proofread.
By the grace of God, I am no longer in the place that I was, and I'm ready to get back to what I used to be. This is how that was supposed to work. Okay. However, every time I try to date, I either get no responses, rude comments, or face toxic masculinity. I know that, honey. With guys who have preferences. And I mean... I'm not even, like, there, and it's always so frustrating. I feel like I'm no longer good enough for the gay community. I guess my question is, how do you personally get back to feeling sexy and delicious and not let people who don't want to date you get to your self-esteem? I've attached a picture of myself to get a visual of who I am. I'm not going to post the picture because I wanted to keep him... I don't want to go on Instagram. Yeah.
You know who you are, and...
Love you both down, and my username on Instagram... Oh, my God, you were on the live today!
He was on the live today.
Sister John.
We see
if you ever see me in your life, saw you, sis. I saw you in there today.
We see you.
Hey, baby. Okay.
You're worrying about all the wrong things.
All the wrong things.
In order for you to get back to that place that you said that you want to be, it's all completely up to you. You have to feel sexy. You have to feel confident about yourself. You have to feel like I am this amazing person. I'm this amazing thing. Because let me tell you, people are not going to be attracted to you if you are not confident within yourself. Because they can smell that a mile away. One thing that people, if you ask them, well, what are the things that you like? What is your type? What is, the thing that will attract you to you the most? And it's like confidence. Like somebody approaches me and they have their stuff together and they, come at me with the right stuff, they're going to be attracted to you. They may not even completely, pay attention to what you look like sometimes.
The physical form is always going to lead. Yeah. I'll be real with that. It's going to lead because that's what you see first.
True.
The difference is, though, who is willing to speak. Okay? Because I know a bunch of people who look very good but are completely vapid and insanely horrible on the inside. All this up here is
void.
And it makes them ugly, and I don't want to deal with them, and I don't want to speak to them, okay? But I've also... I've dated men before who you'd be like, are you kidding me? But guess what?
They were amazing people.
Great guys. Great guys. And you have to stop worrying about the outer form. Now, honey, let me tell you something. If that body bothers you, gym membership's not that much. Changing your diet isn't that much.
If you want it,
it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, if you don't like how you look physically, you have the options to change that. I've always been chubby my whole life. Do you know how many stories I see every day of that same story and then them transformation? And they were already good people. And now they just look physically great as well. But guess what? Even when they weren't physically there,
they were still
a good person and people were still dating them. It's about finding the right one for you who's going to love you inside and out, no matter what.
But love yourself.
Love yourself first. If you don't love how you look, you can change it. That is a possibility. Now, certain features in yourself you can't change, like how God made your face and all that stuff. But then again, you can go to a plastic surgeon.
Who can't change their face?
Well, let's ask Kylie Jenner.
Who can't change their face?
Ask good old Kylie.
But if you know you ain't got the money like that to be doing all that plastic surgery, just go to the gym
or go to the park, do things, start walking, like build your calves up, girl. Yeah, like for real. I know a guy who loves this man on this profile. One time said, if you're under 250 pounds, I want nothing to do with you, and he was fine. And I was thinking to myself, what if I just gain weight? And I thought to myself, whoa. But you see how that goes? Mm-hmm. Like, you never know who is looking at you, baby. You never know who's paying attention to everything that you do in every detail. I've had many times where someone's like, I've always watched you. I've always seen you there. And I've just been paying attention from the background. You never know.
And if they see you being this,
negative
timid,
person and they're going to be like,
gonna talk to him,
hope he finds his way, but not today.
And you don't want to be that person.
So, find your strength. Just like the last person, not the last one, but the one before that. Find your strength, baby. You got to really dig inside yourself and pull out all that garbage that you're holding on to. And you got to really start thinking about how awesome you are as a person, what makes you special, and then really take that and make it a part of your aura. Okay?
Because we see it.
Everybody can tell when someone walks in a room who are nice and great people, and you can always find out who's a fake. So, very easy.
Okay.
It's very easy. So, good luck, honey. Thank you for joining us on our lives. We appreciate it.
We see you.
I see you.
We see
each other. Okay? So, just work on you, baby. That's the best thing I can tell you. But you'll be fine. Trust me. And don't let the gay dating thing get you down, girl.
It sucks. The community sucks.
Dating in general sucks. Straight people have the same problem. Don't let them fool you.
God.
Yeah, gay is a little different, but you know,
awful.
We're for a group of people who wants to be we love each other.
We're supposed to be about love and unity, community, and all that good stuff. But we will read each other. We will tear each other.
That's how we play. Cue last episode of Rupaul's Drag Race. Okay.
So our next question reads, "Hey, Matty and Jamar. First of all, I love the Drag Race reviews. It's the only one that counts." Thank you so much, man.
I don't have to say anything to that.
Second, congratulations on the new show. Keep the good things coming.
Thank you.
Now, my question, I've been with my man for about 4 years and are doing fabulous, thinking about marrying, buying a house, and maybe children. Who knows?
All right.
What the future brings, but we're not rushing anything.
Good.
The thing is, I'm white as a sheet. You ain't have to say a sheet, baby. You do not have to say a sheet. My boyfriend is from the Middle East, and he's of Middle Eastern descent, but born in Belgium, where I'm from. As you can imagine, we didn't have smooth beginnings from his family. Gay and from the Middle Eastern descent is not a winning combination. Even mine were not jumping up and down when we first started dating, and my family has always been very supportive about me being gay. Friends raised eyebrows, but over time everything worked out fine. When we were with his family, we were always very careful not to be too affectionate to each other, but they accept me. Strangers, however, are a different story. They always look at him like he's about to do something horrible to them.
Strangers.
The truth is, he's the sweetest person you'll ever meet, and sometimes I just want to punch them in the face because they think he can't understand them, and I can see it hurts him. We know not to let that bother us, but sometimes I can't deal with judgmental a-holes. Any thoughts about dealing with judgmental, racist, stuck in the Middle Ages, homophobic tuckers? That was a read.
So, I want to commend you on that last part there, because that was so me.
That was a nice little read you gave.
And I felt you there with that one. So, we're going to do a little fist bump in the air. Right there back at you. Honey, you're going to deal with it. It's gonna be there. It's a constant.
Crappy culture that we live in right now.
Yeah. So what we could just say to you, what you already know is, honey,
you can't let it affect you.
You can't let it bother you. Because, you know, him having it bother him, I get that, and I want him to feel a little bit more strength in that as well, but you can't be the one to also be like, yeah, da-da-da-da. You just have to be like... Like,
just be there for him because you know he's going through this, and you guys are a unit. This is, you know, for you. The outside, none of that should really matter. Okay, they're gonna say what they have to say. You know,
everybody's
whatever.
got an opinion,
but don't let that ruin this good thing with this good person that you have right in front of you.
Because what y'all have is great. 4 years, marriage down the line. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when you marry each other and you're living at home together? You're probably living there now.
Baby, if y'all have jobs, if y'all ain't struggling,
if they're not paying your bills, don't pay them no mind.
You are good. That is, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. You good.
You have the answers. You already know what's up. I know you know what's up. You smarter than that, baby. But you just can't. You can't let that affect you and make that the mood for the whole entire day, because that's gonna ruin every time I get a negative thought. Every time I think of someone who's negative affected me, I have to then gather myself back together and go, why am I thinking about this? Why am I worried about that? Why is that really bothering me?
Yeah.
Let it go.
I guess it seems like your boyfriend is the one dealing with, I guess, most of the backlash, because you seem like you're ready to read and fight and twirl if need be.
Nah, but I hope you're not as thick as a pole, honey. Because you know, if you white as a sheet and thick as a pole trying to fight somebody, I don't know how much weight you can carry in the wind either, sis. So I just want you to be a little prepared.
Just be there for your boyfriend. You know, if he starts feeling some type of way, just be there for him, encourage him, let him know that y'all in this together.
And nothing that is happening around you with other people is going to take away from you and him.
Amen.
Okay. Next question.
Next case.
Love you bits, honey.
All right. This one says, hi.
Hi.
Matty and Jamar. Big fan. Been following Matty since his Drag Race Season 6 struggle review.
Okay, to talk about those, that was when I was... She's talking about the giant curtain that I used to sit in front of that looked like it came from like some 1975, like... modern, not even modern, but like a house that belonged on the Real Housewives of some show that never existed back in the day. I know exactly what you're talking about. You bitch.
Humble beginnings.
You bitch. Yeah, those were the beginnings. I think I deleted all those videos. I think I may still have one or two of them up there. But, honey, if you followed me from that long, I have even more love for you. Okay. Thank you so much. Because you know I pulled this together, honey. So, okay.
So she says, I'm 23 and have been with my boyfriend for 3 years now, and he's like my best friend.
Okay.
We do everything together, but recently I've been getting some weird signs from him, like when we watch Drag Race, he becomes a whole Atlanta bottom. Okay. Was shade.
I'm getting up.
That was horrible shade. Because that is that specific flavor of bottom.
I'm getting up.
You know that specific flavor of bottom.
I am no longer in the room. My voice stayed
Not
behind.
the Atlanta bottom. She could have said the Houston bottom.
I caught a flight to Atlanta.
Said the LA
I
bottom.
took Spirit Airlines because I felt like it was necessary
She
as an Atlanta bottom.
The Miami bottom.
No, she said Atlanta bottom. I just wanted to go to Atlanta and go, she got y'all together.
And y'all know the Atlanta bottoms can't get no love.
And they like to whirlwind, honey.
Woo! Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
Woo. So when we watch Drag Race, he becomes a whole Atlanta bottom with some of the things he says like, yes, girl, come through, mama. He even said he would let Cameron top him. Jesus? All right.
Oh, my. Okay.
Of course, I let it go, thinking it's just him playing around. But recently, a few days ago, I asked for his phone because mine was charging to look up something, and I found all types of gay porn. So now I gotta ask, should I go the F off on him, or should I calm down, have a serious talk? He might be bi. I'm just confused and I need help. Well, baby,
calm down and have a talk with him, please. Don't go off with him.
I have to ask. You said he's your best friend. Are you sure y'all dating?
Child, and then you titled the email Sugarfoot.
That's how I know you from the South.
And it was, you asked me I said, child, she must be from Bama. She might be from Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, but like Savannah type of Georgia. Like that was some Floribama mess right there. But girl,
He's probably he is
no,
bisexual.
he could just be like, inquisitive of the whole entire thing. If he's bi,
that's true. So
it's fine.
Sit down and ask the questions.
It's fine. Just ask him. Don't go in.
Don't confront and be confrontational about it. So I love you, and I want to be here to support you.
But
however,
and here's the thing: you gotta slowly ease into it too, because you can't be like, "I love you," so I went through your phone. Nope. You still have to start asking specific questions, so you have an understanding of him. If he becomes a little distant behind the matter, I'd let it go for one moment, bring it back up again a little bit later once he's cooled down, calmed down, had himself a little drink, and at the same time, if it gets to the point to where it's like, "Well, where are you getting all this from?"
You're gonna have to tell on yourself.
I saw some things in your phone one day, and it really raised some questions. And I just want to know where we stand as a couple, what's going on with us.
I'm not judging you. I just want for myself to know what position am I in.
Because if he tells you, well, I'm interested in guys too, but I still like women, I mean, then that's up to you, what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay? I'd hope you stay if you love him so much.
If y'all have this wonderful relationship.
Yeah.
And,
but it's whatever you're comfortable with, honey. But you don't go off on the man.
Yeah, don't go off. Because he didn't do anything to hurt you. I mean, as
far as you know, if he cheated on you.
Well, that's a whole...
that's different.
I feel like she probably would have seen... Because if y'all been together for 3 years, then I'm sure he loves you, he cares about you. And if he is having this inner struggle, I'm pretty sure he would want you to stand with him through it. Because it's probably a very confusing time in his life. Mm-hmm. So I would say approach it gently. And go from there.
Okay. All right. So these next questions are pretty long, but we're gonna try to get through these because I'm looking at the time now. We've gone on for quite a while here. Oh, this next one is one that comes. It's pretty much I've been here with this person. We title this. I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh. It's a Robin song. Look it up. Hi, Matty and Jamar. I just want to say that I love your reviews on Drag Race. Most of the time I go back and watch y'all's old reviews when I'm eating dinner. Ha ha ha. Thank you.
That was old. A year ago.
Right. I need some wisdom for this situation I'm in. About a month and a half ago, a new guy, let's call him Dan, entered my group of friends. And we hit it off immediately. I really started to develop feelings for him, and I was honest with how I felt. I thought it would have went south from there based on his age. He's 19 and I'm 22. But he was very understanding and told me that he only saw me as a friend. Neither of us wanted to lose the friendship we were developing, so we remained friends. For the most part, I've kept my feelings at bay, and we've had a really nice friendship. I'm from New Orleans, and we always go to Oz, a gay club here. Maddie, I hope you know it. Haha. Funny story, I performed at Oz a long time ago when I was in that group that I told you all I was a backup dancer in, so I'm very familiar with Oz. Great place, love it. Love you, Nylons. Okay, so listen, we're back. Every time we go out, him and also if I'm in New Orleans, I need to get your info, sis, because we could hang out. Okay, Maddie, I hope you know, blah, blah, blah. Every time we go out, him and another friend of mine, we'll call him Leo, begin to make out. Now, Leo doesn't know how I feel, and I don't want to stop either one of them from having a good time, but sometimes it gets to me, especially this past weekend. We're all supposed to go on a beach trip at the end of this month, and I don't know if I want to go because I don't want to put myself through hell, but I also want to have fun. I also use also.
A lot.
Don't want to separate myself from this group of friends because honestly, they are my only gay friends. What should I do? All right.
Do you want to go first?
I mean, listen, we gotta keep it cute.
I was gonna say, your friend's not doing anything wrong. He said he wants to keep the friendship, so he's trying to keep the friendship. It's not his responsibility to worry about your feelings in that particular matter. So he's not in the wrong here. And you said the other person doesn't even know. So
you can't place that energy on those people.
Yeah, you're either going to have to get rid of the group of friends or move on.
I had somebody who I had sex with and spent a lot of time with. I hung out with him one day. The next day I came back and hung out again. We had really great sex. And then the day after that, we go out to the club and he goes with his coworker and they end up making out in front of me in the club, in my face. And Jamar will tell you, I was like, I can't believe this. And he was a friend of one of my good friends, and I didn't know how to take that. But I never blamed my good friend for what that person did because it wasn't their fault. You feel what I'm saying? So, do I want to speak to the other person ever again? No. No. If I ever got put in a situation where I had to see them again, would I flinch? Because I'm not going to be that girl. You just won't catch me that way. But I'm going to choose not to place myself in situations like that, because if I know that I'm going to be vulnerable to anger, sadness, and reacting and not responding, then I'm not going to even put myself in that position. So in my feeling, for you, if you can't find yourself having a good time, don't go. Don't be the person going to the beach and being the whale on the beach. Don't be that person.
Being pouty and ruining the mood.
Don't do that, because then it's gonna be about you, and you're gonna be a Eureka. Don't do that.
Oh, no.
Don't do that.
All right.
So I suggest you find something else to do that weekend, or if you can handle it, then handle it. But you need to realize that's not the guy. That's not your guy. You don't call dibs because you like them and they didn't like you back.
Bring another guy into the situation.
Yes.
Get your own guy.
Don't be that. Do not be that boy. Please don't be that boy. That's some petty.
Because they will kick you out of the group.
Mess.
If you don't find
you'll
one,
lose your friends quickly.
They'll get rid of you before you get rid of them.
Yeah, don't do that, because that's You're better than that, and you're grown. I see you're 22. Don't be Aquaria. It's just last night's episode. I mean, really? Okay. So here's the other one. This is called Mommy Hitting the Casino. We titled these, y'all. I never thought anything would make me more excited with anticipation each week than awaiting your RuPaul's Drag Race rant and reviews until now, as the Mat&Mar Show is fast becoming my favorite. Yay! Okay, I grew up extremely poor with my father, always in and out of work and in jail, my mother never working at any point in my life. We were always constantly moving from parish to parish here in Louisiana, and I know that because you said parish. Like, literally, before I got to reading the rest of this, Jamar would tell you, I was like, he's in Louisiana. He's like, parish? I'm like, yeah, Louisiana.
See, that's what I'm from the north. I'm not used to this.
I'm a southerner, and I know. Okay, so trying to keep away from creditors and anyone else my parents owed money to. I decided early on that I would never go through this, and as an adult, worked extremely hard, and with money I earned myself, became the first person in my family to go to college, and earned a bachelor's degree in business. Congratulations. You rock. Like, not even being funny. No.
That's it.
Get it. Yes.
That's sickening.
And you get to say that forever.
Okay. They can never take it away from you.
Never take that away from you. You're numero uno. Okay? Now, I have a well-paying job, an apartment, a truck, and not once have I ever been late in paying any of my bills. Now, girl, I've been before. So, the problem I have, however, is my family, especially my mother, has continued in the same vein by working only sporadically and always in financial difficulty. I feel bad for her since my father left and is not a part of our lives, and every time she calls crying about money and not able to pay her bills, I do my best to send her money to help. The problem is that I know for a fact she doesn't use the money for what she is supposed to, and is instead going to fancy restaurants, having pedicures, and even going so far as to post about it on Facebook the next day, almost like she is rubbing it in my face. The worst thing is, once after her crying about not having any money and begging for me to send her some Walmart to Walmart, that must be the card to card, I called the next day to check up on her and know she was at the Isle of Capri, that is in Louisiana, and that's where I knew, because, girl, I go to Isle of Capri. I may have seen your mom. Now, when I tell her about what she is doing and how I feel she is taking advantage of the situation, she gets mad and says that I'm sassing her and that now that I have a degree in working, I think I'm better than her and everyone else in the family. As I have to go that guilt stuff.
Sure.
My question to the two of you is, it is so hot right now. Okay, how can I try and have a relationship with the only parent I have left in my life, especially since coming out, without always giving her money when her bills are due? It's getting to a point that every time I see her face come up on my phone, I get a pit in my stomach and have to work up the nerve just to call her back. My boyfriend tells me I should just cut the cord like I did with my father, and I'm beginning to feel I might have no other choice as I can't keep up with the stress. Thanks in advance for any help or advice the two you can give me.
You gotta cut her off, baby.
You're gonna have to be a tough cookie.
If you have to cut her off financially, you don't have to necessarily, you still want to be there for your mom, for moral support, I guess, but you can't give her no more money because she's clearly not responsible.
And she's taking advantage of you, and it is apparent.
And that's not fair.
She's taking advantage of you, and it is apparent. I'm good. Okay. Yeah, seriously.
Let her go. Well, stop giving her money.
She'll learn. She'll get it. But let her know that you love her.
Yes.
And that you will support her, but you just can't support her financially anymore until she gets things together, because you have your own life and it's messing up your life. you gotta let her know that it's affecting you too.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
And it's not fair to you for me to be supporting your bad habits.
All right, next question. And thank you for your support, love. We appreciate it. Catfish Mama. Hi, guys. I need some help with an issue in my life, especially since Mother's Day is a month away. First, let me start by saying how much I love you guys. You're like the best Drag Race reviewers I watch, and I watch a lot of Drag Race reviewers. Thank you. Also, Jamar, please keep Matt from editing out all this funny extra stuff. I don't care if the episode's 2 hours long. This is about to be a very long one.
This is going to be very long.
You guys are hilarious, so it's worth it. I'm glad I just get to edit this tomorrow, and I don't have to do this today. And not even edit it, y'all. We went too long, and I had to clip it in, so if you notice the moment where it's like, whoop, that's why. So anyway, let me get into my question. Might be a long one. I'm sorry. First, I need to start with some backstory. I'm going to try to read this as fast as I can. My bio mom, the subject of the story, abandoned me, not at a bus stop.
How you going to make us take you seriously and you throw these jokes in here?
Roxy Andrews. She just flinched a little bit wherever she was at.
Oh, God.
Abandoned me with my homophobic, abusive father at the age of 3. I barely saw her after that, but when I did, I would try to tell her about the abuse from my dad, but she pushed it away like she didn't care. After a while, her involvement in my life became obsolete. She left our little Texan town called Red Oak. I know where that is. Little, like 20 minutes from Dallas. If I remember, I live in Rhode Island now. I said that very weird, but he's basically stating that he's lived in Rhode Island for a long time. So that's if he remembers. For those who were like, huh? It was it definitely needed
punctuation means things.
The comma wasn't, it needed to be like
a semicolon.
It was another sentence. And never called me or came to visit. As time went on, I kind of forgot about her, but not the pain I felt for being left with that devil of a man who is now in prison. Hopefully he meets someone like Latrice and there to straighten him out. Latrice just flinched. When my dad went to jail, I went to Rhode Island with my stepmom and then to my adopted parents when DCYF realized she was ill to be a mother. My adopted parents were the best thing for a struggling 13-year-old, but they had one rule: to leave my past behind and never tried to connect with any of my biological parents. A lot of adopted parents do that. My life was going great until I was 17. One day, I got a message request on Facebook from my bio mom. She tried talking to me like I haven't seen her in 11 years. Last time I saw her, I was 6. Whew. I immediately got angry and questioned why she left me with that a-hole. Her reply was that he was abusive to her, but she never knew he would be abusive to me. At this point, it became too weird to talk to her, and I just blocked her to avoid the problem in hopes to forget. 2 weeks later, I got a friend request, and I accepted it. I accept friend requests from random people all the time. Stop doing that. Maybe this is why white people always get themselves killed by doing stupid stuff. Oh, you got jokes in here, sis. Okay. All right, I'll continue. Cheeks are all glowing like I got highlighted on pheromone right now, but that's not highlighter. That's just pig sweat. Okay. I was from a girl who claimed she knew me back in Texas. I went along with it because I have no street smarts. You better find them. It's not. I bet you have it now. It's not street smarts. It's common sense.
Yeah, I bet you have it now.
Being an open person, I told her a bunch of stuff about my life within 1 month time period. Oh my God, you're doing a lot of bad here. Ooh. Okay, like the boyfriends I had, and that one time I topped. You told your. Okay.
You told a stranger?
No, he didn't tell just a stranger. No, she's technically a stranger, but they told
to him it's a stranger.
Your biological mother this tea. Come on now, sis. Just like she was a good friend of mine. However, our friendship only lasted 1 month when she told me who she really was with picture proof and everything. It was my bio mom basically catfishing me into talking to her. I became furious and blocked that girl and told her never to do that to me again. Now time has passed and I'm 20 now, and the main reason I'm asking this question is an hour ago from me writing this, my bio mom sent me a friend request as another account with her actual name this time. So this is where I need your help. I don't know what to do. Like, I feel since she is my biological mother, I should answer, but I'm also pissed for her catfishing her own son to learn about my personal private details that she's probably shared. Being honest with you. I have no one else with good advice to turn to, so please help. Should I listen to my bio parents and never talk to her? Should I wait a few years, or should I answer her now and try to rehash our relationship? And how would I do that? Thank you for listening to my long story. Sorry if it's too long. I'm like Miss Fame, never stop talking. You need to stop. Insert clucking sounds. You said insert clucking sounds.
In parentheses.
Okay, please get back to me if you can. We're getting back to you now. This is a doozy.
Your mom ain't ish for leaving you with your abusive father after she was abused by the same man. That makes no sense.
Nope.
I will try to say that your mom might be feeling bad about that. She might, potentially want to get back into your life, but she knows that you probably don't have the best, reputation with her right now. So she made a mistake and took the wrong approach. So I think now she's trying to do it the right way and try to learn more about you since she missed so much. So you could try to have a sit-down conversation with her and learn where she's coming from, but just have more sense about what's happening. Don't let her finagle you into anything you don't want to do. So I say give her a chance. If she gives you shady stuff, let her go.
Do you need the closure, baby?
That's the question.
Yeah. Do you need this closure? Do you need to speak to her?
If
you need to speak to her,
I would give her a shot. One.
You don't need to develop a relationship with her now if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything. You are a grown man. This is your destiny, and you make it. Okay?
Mm-hmm. She's made her choice.
She did make her choice, and she left you in a very horrible situation. And now she wants to return back. I'm like, is this Sky and this Black Ink crew? Like, let me find out this is him. But, yeah, if you don't want it, don't go looking for it. If you need that closure, you may want to speak, but leave it at that. And leave it at that, and don't try to bring her into the mix, because you're in your own storyline now and she can't be a part of this. And you don't know if she needs something, or she found out that you have a lot going on for yourself that's really well and good, and she wants to take advantage of that too. So I honestly suggest really having a discussion with yourself about the situation. If you don't need it, don't go looking for it. But if you want to have it, if you feel like it's going to help you with yourself and your closure, be willing to accept a conversation, but be careful about every single flipping thing that you say. Mm-hmm. Your business is not everybody's business. That friend you met on Facebook, you didn't even physically meet them.
But you just developed.
Now I got to get into your butt. I'm going to get into your butt because you did some young people shit. And I don't really care for that. Forgive me, YouTube, and forgive me, God, for doing that, for swearing. Listen to me. I was you in that situation. I had people who were playing with me on the phone before, and I was sending stuff to and pictures and being kiki and saying all my tea. And they were laughing at me and using that behind my back. I learned to never send a nude picture ever again from that situation. I was 22 when that happened. I'm 31. That was 9 years ago. I don't do that stuff no more. Stop that. Stop divulging information that is not important to people who you want to be friends with. It's none of their business. You talk about other stuff, girl. Movies, things of that nature. Now I'm talking to you like I'm your mother. Okay? Don't do. That's for everybody. Listen, do not. Stop sending those. Stop. What you don't want to be put out there, don't put out there.
It kind of makes this mean like, okay, if you had to divulge all this stuff to this person, do you not have anybody else you could share?
Yes, like what? Like
no
you,
close friends or family.
You got it, girl, boy, sis, bro, whatever you want to go for, honey. You need a circle, and if you got one, you better bring them in closer, girl, because they're too far away. Don't ever do that again. Stop accepting random friend requests. I don't care if the picture looks good. Stop it.
Well, at least now this is the time where you can make those mistakes so that you will learn. Okay?
I do know I have people try that to me all the time. Let me tell you something right now. I got people sending friend requests to me now. I have no idea who they are. Then they get in my inbox and it starts with this, you're sexy, you're this and that and the other. Block, unfriend, delete, boom, gone. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. I love you. I love you. But no. Like, everybody who hears me right now, do not be naive, because a fool will get got.
Especially now. Technology is too advanced.
That stuff is forever.
Too advanced.
Do not. But I hope you make it through this. Again, find that closure. If you don't need it, go on somewhere else. If you need it, grasp
One
it.
chance.
But don't hold on to the past. Do not anymore. And stop telling your tea.
To random people on the
Sorry,
internet.
I get really passionate about that because I'm telling you, I've been screwed over before. But I know better now. And so I'm telling y'all all that.
So we're trying to help you from not making the same mistakes. Again.
Ooh,
so,
I'm a little upset there. Okay.
This is our last letter.
Yes.
First things first, love your show, love your topics, love your reviews. We love you. I think one of my favorite episodes when you and Jamar, which is when we talked about the cartoons for a whole video and I lived.
I wish I had more views. We did. We went in.
For a good long time.
We did.
We literally watched all the same shows growing up, and I always try to catch your live videos on Instagram, even though I'm working so much and it's always during when I'm on the job. But I need some advice on a personal matter about myself. Apparently, it's come to my attention that when it comes to my emotions, I don't show them, like I come off as if I don't care about anybody but myself, but really that's further from the case. I'm a really caring and nice person, and the majority of my friends know that, but they have to get to know me before they can get to that point. And I guess my question is, how do I better myself in making my emotions come from the outside and show instead of just being bottled up on the inside and no one seems to notice? Sorry if it sounds like I'm all over the place, but I just want to be a better person. And my little note that I've taken from life is when 3 random people tell me that the exact same thing, it's the problem that I need to fix. And this is one that's been brought to my attention from 3 close friends, that I have a problem with my emotions and the fact that I don't show them. And it looks like I don't care and I don't want to be that person. So how do I fix it? Please help.
Well, you're taking the right steps now by
acknowledging
that there's an issue. So you're on the right path.
Did the courier write this?
She didn't admit to it yet. The second thing that you need to do now is find out what it is that's making you give off that type of energy specifically. Is there something that's triggering you to feel that way? Is there something that's making you kind of be emotionless? Like, you need to start digging into who you are. You may need to go see a psychiatrist, possibly. And there's nothing wrong with that. And just start telling stuff about yourself and saying that you can come off very negative and you don't want to, but it's just how you're being perceived. And honey, resting bitch face. Hello.
I have that also.
Hello. Baby, I'll be sitting in the club and they think that I am like about to kill somebody.
They be like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing.
I'm chilling.
I'm just people watching.
So don't be worried about the resting bitch face thing. That happens for people as long as it's a cute resting bitch face, okay? But I also would try to find things that make you smile when you're in public situations too, so that way you can hold a better presence with your resting bitch face, because you can look really resty nice and just be rude faced, but resting bitch comes from you probably not having any effect or having a feeling about the situation or area that you're in. But as far as internally goes, I suggest you figure out what it is that's causing you to feel emotionless, and then when a friend needs your empathy, work on that. Because it's hard for me to speak to some of my friends because I feel like they're not empathetic to my situations or to certain things. So I won't call on them or want them to do things. And then they'll be like, why don't you hit me up often? I'm like, because you seem like you don't care.
You have certain friends for certain reasons. And that's okay. But like you said, if you just have this resting bitch face, I mean, it's okay. You just learn to be more social. You'll usually get... That's usually my case when I'm in an unfamiliar area, or if I'm just not familiar with my surroundings.
Oh, I'm
once I get comfortable,
offish.
I'm good.
Child, when I'm in an unfamiliar area.
Yeah, there's no reason.
It takes me a second
to
acclimate to the situation.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't be worried about the fact that you have to warm up to people. Like, that means you have a natural guard, which is good. That's going to save you. You probably would have saved the last person.
Yes.
But, you know.
Yes.
It's okay.
You've developed a defense, but you need to make a window.
Just you'll figure it out as you get older, because I feel like you're very young, and you'll learn to sort of fix your face in certain situations, in social settings and things like that.
You have time.
You're normal.
You have time.
There's nothing wrong with you. You're normal.
You're not like, 1 in a million. No. No, you're quite 1 in 3 people at this point in time.
Everybody feels that way.
Don't worry about it. Not everybody is like all ooh, good in everyone's face, okay?
No, everybody has their own issues, believe.
Yeah. Baby, that's the end of the show.
Who this is long?
You all wanted it, and we gave it to you.
Yes, we did.
I hope we helped. I hope we brought some things to your attention. I hope
that
none of you found any offense to any things that we said or placed anything on us to say that we have any hang-ups or stigmas towards certain people.
If we do, we apologize and want you to know that there was no negative feelings in relation to anybody of any walk of life.
And at the same time, stop looking for trouble. Because sometimes you're looking for things out of what people say that don't exist. And don't do that either. Okay? Appreciate it.
Ooh, she bad.
That was the loaded potato today. I was like, I really don't listen, y'all. I don't have any racial hangups. I don't have any stigmas or any type of, hate towards any particular group, no matter what you look like, where you came from, religion, race, creed, body type, all of that. I do not, and I will not tolerate anyone telling me or saying to me what I'm feeling or who I am, because I know who I am and what Matty Rants is. I know this guy here. I know who I am. So don't do that, and don't place that out there in the world, because that's how stuff starts that never should have happened or existed in the first place. Okay? Don't bring it over here. This is a positive environment, and we're trying to keep it that way. We throw a little shade and jabs and this and that and the other, but at the end of the day, me and Jamar don't care. We're worried about trying to get to the next level and at the same time making sure you're okay. This is what the Mat&Mar Show is about. Are you okay? Do you not have anyone to talk to about something that you need to get off your chest, that you want to talk about anonymously and bring it to a social platform where it can help other people? That's what this is about. Don't take advantage of that. Do not. Because I'm going to keep this train going, girl. Chugga-lugga, choo-choo, okay? Jamar, you got anything to say?
That's it.
So we want to give you nothing but love and kisses, all the best hugs and wishes. We shall see you next week.
Send your questions to askmatnmar@gmail.com if you want to be featured in the next episode.
That's right. And submit them by Wednesday.
Proofread.
Your
eBay.
Because I was a creative writer. I was the editor of many creative writing magazines in my high school days and in college.
Please proofread.
I read it how it's written.
Use commas.
And semicolons. And if you don't know how to, I'm good with run-ons and dots. You feel what I'm saying? As long as I know there's a pause. I know there's a pause in there. I'm good. But But I caught my phone just in time. And I'm going to hold it for the rest of the way. Jamar, we're done here?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're done.
Great.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.